In 15 days, it will be Filbert Way and Brentford. But for now, it's Sir Tom Finney Way and Preston North End in pre-season for Leicester City, as they line up for their latest test against Championship side North End. We often say that pre-season's more about the fitness and the minutes in the legs rather than the results, but it's always nice to win. And the Foxes are off the back of a win from that 1 o'clock kickoff against Derby County, but a different side entirely here, of course. And let's take a look at that team news for today's game at Deepdale. Here's how the home side line up. They play a 3 at the back system, something which manager Ryan Lowe is known for. Arrived here at Preston in December 2021 after guiding Plymouth Argyle to promotion from League 2 to League 1. Some notable names, including new signing Freddie Woodman, who's arrived from Newcastle. He's playing in goal today. And on the bench, you'll recognise Ben Woodburn wearing number 20, a former Liverpool player who's also signed on a free transfer this summer. But the danger man is number 19, the Danish striker Emil Riis, who has been North End's main source of goals. For Leicester City then, it's the first appearance of pre-season for Kasper Schmeichel. James Maddison looked really bright against Hull City, scored an exceptional goal. And Harvey Barnes too has been amongst the goals this pre-season. Bouba Samare will sit at the point of a 3-man midfield. In front of him, Kin in Dewsbury Hall, alongside the aforementioned James Maddison. Some interesting names on the bench. Paul Appiah is a new addition to the development squad, and he'll be joined by fellow under-23 teammates Hughes, McAteer, Ewing, Nelson and Braybrook amongst the substitutes. Today's man in the middle is Jared Gillett, the Australian from the Gold Coast, 35 years of age. You might recognise his name as when he was refereeing in the Australian League, the A-League. He had a microphone placed onto his shirt, and it was really interesting to hear what the referees had to say in terms of their communication with the players. And underway sharply here at Deepdale.
Yeah, almost an immediate chance, wasn't it, by a bit of careless play there, I have to say.
I was too busy talking about referees, Jerry. You don't normally expect a chance after 5 seconds.
No,
but
absolutely. Well, it does happen, but very, very rarely, I have to say. But he's got off lightly there.
What we generally tend to see towards the end of pre-season is players getting longer spells on the pitch. Strong header from Fofana. Barnes underneath it. Comes now for Dewsbury Hall. Gets away from Brown, tries to play in Vardy, and Vardy will get there first. This is Jamie Vardy, and he opens the scoring for Leicester City against Preston North End. A little smile to the crowd. Vintage Jamie Vardy, and Leicester lead here at Deepdale, 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Vintage, the right word, but it all comes from this. Well, it doesn't show you the header. Wesley Fofana, fantastic defensive header. Wins the first contact. I think when that ball's played through, for me, the Preston goalkeeper's just a little bit hesitant. Here, we'll say it again. So it's a good ball, but for me, I think the keeper should come and get that, and he doesn't. And as soon as he doesn't come and get it, it spells danger. When Vardy's racing on the end of that pass.
He almost makes Jamie's mind up for him, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the space. Thank you very much. 1-0 Leicester.
But it's that first contact, Wesley Fofana getting rising.
Now the Foxes were in Evian in France for some warm weather training earlier this pre-season, whilst Preston had a nice trip to Spain, in which they played La Liga side Getafe. They're beaten 2-1. Here's Barnes approaching the penalty area. Leicester on the hunt for 2. Still it's Barnes. Brilliant goal. Harvey Barnes has yet another goal on his pre-season tally, and this one could be the best of the bunch. Stayed upright, stayed mobile, found the finish, And Leicester find themselves 2 goals to the good.
Yeah, again, watch this for a pass from Dewsbury Hall to find Barnes. And he's done better than I thought he would do, actually, here, Harvey Barnes, because he looks as if he's run out of room. He's got 2 players around him. He does fantastically well just to spin on that ball and get it back into that far corner. Fantastic finish from Barnes. But the ball from Dewsbury Hall, exquisite.
Almost uses the 2 defenders here as somewhat of a screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goalkeeper sees it late, and by that time it's too late. And it's 2-0. Harvey Barnes, the scorer. Oh, corner taken short. It's a smart one. And fizzed over the top by James Justin. Might have taken a deflection on the way past as well, so it will be another Fox's corner. But a little bit of intuition.
Yeah, just coming in, wasn't he? Blindside run. I think it's Daniel Johnson out there. And 1 or 2 other Preston defenders just did not see that run from James Justin.
It's a little too long from Maddison. Here's Ricardo. And there is Vardy with the header. And it just drifts wide of the post. Jamie Vardy has made a career of taking up those positions and finding the back of the net on hundreds of occasions in the past, but that time in pre-season, unable to test the goalkeeper Woodman.
He just peels off. I just think if there was a bit more pace in that, in the cross that is, he'd have been able to steer that into the corner. Instead, he's tried to generate a bit of pace on the header.
Well, Fofana doesn't get enough purchase on his header, and here's a chance for Emil Rees for Preston. But he runs into Johnny Evans, and he bundles Johnny Evans over as well. And the Northern Irishman wins a free kick for the Foxes. But again, you talk about Wesley Fofana just learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he just gets caught, he misses the flight of that ball, gets caught underneath it slightly. That's something he'll learn from.
Oh, that's wonderful skill from Barnes, who strokes it in for Vardy. And now it comes for Brighton, who fires a shot over the top of the Preston North End goal. It all started with some lovely footwork from Harvey Barnes, and Brighton, you can see the disappointment in his face. Just got underneath it and over the top and into the stand it went.
Again, Madison, lovely little ball. And Harvey does well after miscontrolling it. Just watching here. Yeah, he just gets underneath the ball slightly, doesn't he, Brighton, with that shot.
Well, Leicester were very much in control in that first half here at Deepdale. We're hoping for more of the same in this second period, as Vardy plays it nicely towards the edge of the penalty area, just stretching to get onto the end of that one, but he did manage to do so. Nice turn from Barnes. It's a low shot towards the near post, and Freddie Woodman wasn't sure between the sticks for P&E, but it ripples into the side netting.
Yeah, again, early opportunity. Lovely play from Barnes again. And again, it's Dewsbury Hall that finds him with the pass. I know we've seen it in the past, but his whole attitude towards defending is just fantastic.
Of course, playing alongside someone like Johnny Evans, who's his centre-half partner at the moment, will be very helpful. Preston come forward, and there's a good chance for McCann at the back post. And early on in this second half at Deepdale, the home side, Preston North End, of half the deficit. Clipped across to the back post, and there was Ali McCann to head beyond Kasper Schmeichel. And it's Preston 1, Leicester 2.
Yeah, we'll just get caught napping here for me. We've got a couple of chances. Here's the first one to get a clear the dome. And then, as you see, James Justin just gets caught at narrow. He has to go in there because Brian's in there and nobody else is picking Brian up, so he has to do that. He does exactly the right thing for me, James Justin. But when you're playing the wing back, that's what a wing back gives you. when you're attacking is that extra man in the wide areas. And so there's not really a lot James Justin could do.
Swept out for McCann. Overlapping run here from Jordan Story. McCann goes inside. It's moved out to the other touchline by Preston. Brady. Good challenge on Hughes. Back for Brady once more. He wants runners in the box, does Robbie Brady, and he's found McCann here. The best ball across, and Sumari was in the right place. Preston have certainly come out much livelier in the second half. And Leicester City regain that 2-goal cushion. They'll have a chance here with Harvey Barnes. Barnes, across it goes, and rare from Vardy to not tuck that one into the back of the net, and James Maddison unable to profit either. Still Leicester have it though. Smashes into the forehead of Ledson, not sure he knew too much about it. And now it's Preston's turn to come away with the ball. Oh, you thought for all the world, Jerry, that Jamie Vardy was going to bury that to make it 3-1.
Yeah, it was quite a bizarre passage of play, wasn't it, really? And you think Jamie Vardy has to score. Harvey Barnes does brilliantly well, but and then Maddison gets onto the loose ball. He goes down, and Preston stopped playing for a minute, and the referee, you know, he does nothing.
Well, certainly, Ched Evans has given Leicester's defence another physical presence to try and deal with alongside the Danish centre-forward Emil Ries. Ryan Lowe did play 2 up front against Hearts midweek. Meanwhile, here's Jamie Vardy, and it's another missed opportunity. It's not often you see Jamie Vardy miss a number of chances, but the flag was up anyway on the far side. Let's just take a look.
Yeah, and it's all about that. It's all about the build-up, the pass, and one-touch football, give and go.
It's Brady. Goes for handball as it strikes the Leicester wall. Nothing doing, says the referee. Oh, it's a good chance, and it's a really good save from Daniel Everson. Well, the Preston North End fans here at Deepdale will have seen a lot of that last season. And a big, strong right hand. Perez on for Maddison, and Barnes is in some space here. This is Harvey Barnes. Oh, it's off the post. Well, that would have been an audacious little finish with his right foot, just trying to slide it beyond the goalkeeper. And Leicester within a post width of making it 3-1.
Yeah, he just slows it down, doesn't he, Harvey? Yes, he gets a shot off. I think the angle just becomes tighter and tighter the longer he takes to take this shot. They've scored 2 goals. Obviously, they scored 4 the other night at Hull.
He could have had 6 here today.
Well, exactly. And so, if you're on about chances created, then Brendan will have no qualms. But as a player, as a manager, you want to see the ball in the back of the net as often as possible.
Well, Leicester try and keep the ball out of their own net as it's driven across to Ries. He'll dispatch it, but the flag is up. And the big Dane will have to curb his celebrations. Thought it was a simple tap-in to make it 2-2, but the assistant referee puts paid to that pretty quickly with a raised flag.
Again, just if you look, just that overlap on the outside.
Yeah, the two Evans up against each other quite regularly in this last 10 or 15 minutes. Ched against his namesake, Johnny Evans. Given away straight to Perez. Madison. Shrewsbury Hall with a little look round the corner. Finds Justin. And shifted on here for Barnes. Just trying to drive at the apex of the penalty area. This is Harvey Barnes. And deflected behind, could easily have crept into the back of the net. And instead it'll be another Leicester City corner, but once more, enterprise and endeavour from Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, that's better from Harvey. You know, we've seen him trying to go inside on numerous occasions, but this time takes it down the line. He knows Brian isn't going to be able to keep up with him.
Seems a lifetime ago that Jamie Vardy gave Leicester City the lead. In the 11th minute, Harvey Barnes made it to 18 minutes gone. Preston did manage to pull one back just after half-time with Ali McCann, who's now gone off. Maybe there's one more chance before this game is done. Here's Ayotse Perez. Clipped in towards Harvey Barnes. It's Barnes! Saved by the legs of Woodman. And a good save as well from close range. But if there was one Leicester City player who deserves another goal in this game, it's certainly him.
Sublime chip, wasn't it, from Perez? Again, can he take it a little bit earlier? He just touches it.
Might be a final chance here for Preston to snatch a late equaliser in pre-season.
Yeah, well, this will be it, won't it? So, just got to make sure.
Final chance you feel here at Deepdale. Corner for Preston. Brady's delivery. Bodies flying at it at the near post. Comes for Emil Rees, and that will be that. So another victory under the belt for Brendan Rodgers in pre-season. Earlier this afternoon, a win over Derby, and now a win over Preston North End. In the first half, Jamie Vardy got things going, opening the scoring after 11 minutes before Harvey Barnes made it to just before the 20th minute, and Ali McCann came flying out of the blocks for Preston at the start of the second half and finished off a simple chance to make it 2-1. Leicester City could easily have had more goals. They created enough chances. Wesley Fofana played his part in keeping the Preston front line at bay. North End did have a goal ruled out for offside, scored by Emil Rees, but in the end it finishes 2-1 to the Foxes. Ryan Lowe congratulates the Leicester City players on their way off, and for him and the Preston North End players, that is their last pre-season affair before the championship campaign kicks off against Wigan Athletic next weekend. But still a bit more time for Brendan Rodgers and Leicester City to prepare for their season opener in the Premier League 15 days from now against Brentford at King Power Stadium. And you think that if Harvey Barnes plays half as well as he did today, then there's a good chance that he'll cause some serious problems for the Bees. So a valuable exercise for Leicester City, and one in pre-season that ends in a win. Full-time score here at Deepdale. It's finished Preston North End 1, Leicester City 2.